Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to show you how to prepare your images to upload to your site. I'll walk you through how to size, crop, and optimize an image to be uploaded into the CMS. I'm going to be using Photoshop from the Creative Cloud. If you don't have the Creative Cloud or have an older version of Photoshop, that's okay. Some of the features may look a little bit different, but the basic functionality is still the same. If you're using something other than Photoshop, the same principles apply. It just may work in a different way based on your program. So I'm going to show you how we took this image from straight out of the camera to ready to be put into the CMS. So I've got a folder here of all my images. I'm going to open this one in Photoshop. First thing I'm going to do is check the size of my image. I'm going to go to Image, Image Size, and I'll see that my image is over 4,000 pixels wide. That's plenty big. We only need our banners to be 825 pixels wide, so we're good to go here. We always want to size images down and never up so that they don't get pixelated. So I'm going to use this crop tool, which is this item here on the toolbar, and I'm going to change this drop down to width by height by resolution option, and I'm going to put in our banner size, which is 825 pixels, you gotta have the pixels there, by 350 pixels and 72 dpi. I'm going to hit return just to lock that in, and then from there they'll give me a preview, and I can scale this box so if I want to just use a portion of the image, or I can move my image up or down, and I can even straighten the image if I need to. I'm going to use that board on the back wall as a point of reference so I can know when my image is straight, and then just kind of pull it in and crop it the way I want to, and then double click or hit return. And that's my image at full size, so it looks pretty good. So now I'm going to save. Rather than doing a normal save, I'm going to save for web, which will create a copy of this and optimize it for the best resolution online. There's a couple presets over here. Let's make sure it's a JPEG. That's the best file type for images. And then we can start with high. So the top one is the original version and the bottom one's the optimized. We want these to look as similar as they can without making this file size huge. So I'm going to start at high, but I'll go down to medium, and I'll even show you low. Low, it will make that bottom image look pretty pixelated, so we don't want to do that. Let's go back to high. That looks pretty good. And my file size is a decent size. So I'm going to hit save. I'm going to put it in the same folder I was in, this engineering images, but I'm going to make a new folder in here called CMS images. That way all of my sized and optimized images will go in here, and I'll still have my originals where they are. So I'm going to keep most of the file name the same, but I'm going to add banner in front of it because I know that this image is sized to be a banner, and because it's going in the CMS, I need to change these to lowercase letters. And I'm going to hit save. So now I have a version in my CMS images folder that can go into the CMS and still have my original here. To make sure I keep that original, I need to close this without saving. So now I have my original still intact, and I have my banner image here to upload into the CMS. The reason I wanted to keep my original is so that if I ever need to use this as a larger image, say I wanted to make it a homepage banner, I could easily do that by looking at this file name and then finding the original source. So I've got this image ready, and now if I look at the page before this, which was a grid page, we've got a smaller thumbnail here that links to that larger image. We like to keep that consistent between our grid images or simple list images so that the user can see that visual tie from this item that they're going to click on to the page that they're going to go to. So let's get this grid image ready to go into the CMS as well. To do that, I can go to my original image, or since it's going smaller, I can go to my banner image. I'm going to open that with Photoshop. Using the crop tool, I'm going to change my pixel resolution and size here to 255 pixels by 255 pixels so that I get that square. And all I'm going to do is just kind of set that crop and hit double click or hit return, and that's sized for a grid item now. I'm going to hit again file save for web, and now I'm looking at the two up. This is my original, this is my optimized version. See how significant the file size is different here. It looks pretty good. It's still at that high JPEG quality. I'm going to hit save. And instead of calling this banner, I'm going to call this grid. So I know that it's sized for a grid item. And then I'll hit save. And then close this, but again, do not save so you don't save over that original banner or your original image. And so now I have 2 images ready to be put into the CMS. And for more information on that, you can watch the Uploading and Publishing Images video.